I grew up in northern Lehigh County in a small town called Nutrapoli on a small farm. We had a small stream in our property. I would go play in the stream as a real young boy and always loved being outside. Around the age of 14 or 15, I really fell in love with fly fishing, and I discovered southern Schuylkill County, which was just a little ways drive from my house, and I would go there to fish all the time. They have a lot of abandoned mine lands and abandoned mine drainages and such, and I really started to get into the idea of conservation work and restoration of streams. So I started volunteering with the local conservation district and helping them out. I became active in a Trout Unlimited chapter, and then in 2020 I became a founding board member of the Pennsylvania chapter of the Native Fish Coalition. I became not only just someone who liked to fish, but also it started a lifelong passion of conservation. It gave me both my schooling career, but also my career at Hanover Engineering, where I worked for 2 summers doing both lake work and stream restoration work. Pennsylvania has more miles of stream than any other state other than Alaska. While we have the most miles of stream, we also have the most impaired miles of stream out of any other state. We've cut forests down and, built warehouses and buildings and roads everywhere, and have really constricted streams to small channels, and also filled in wetlands, which are our sponges that really soak up rainwater and filter pollutants. Those are just the issues you can see. The biggest threat to our native brook trout is invasive species, and that's why I became involved in the founding of the Pennsylvania chapter of NFC. I worked with DCNR to get these signs posted at the Seven Tubs recreation area. That's an area that has a lot of exceptional native fish in it, including brook trout. Educating people that aren't anglers about what's there gets them to really understand and appreciate their world even more. People who just enjoy being outside and said, hey, I had no idea about this. What can I do to help? Can I help do cleanups, or what can I do as a person to help? I've also, at Willkes, started the fly fishing club there. Really, fly fishing club is just a play for basically people who want to go out, play in the streams, but also do conservation work. And I always say, if you sell someone on fly fishing, you sell them on cold, clean water, and at that point you have another steward there. We've adopted the Seven Tubs recreation area. Minimum once a year we'll go up there and do a full cleanup with DCNR. Usually we have about 10 people. We'll usually get a full pickup truck load of trash every year. I'd like to get my professional engineering degree so that way I can do culverts and bridges on streams and sign off on projects. And ultimately I would love to have a company that all we did was stream work, including restoration and all of that. As a recreationist, I feel like we're the voice of the stream, because streams can't talk. I mean, they can talk if you listen right, but they can't talk to politicians. You get this idea that, oh, there's agencies for this, there's DEP, they're monitoring this, but they can't be everywhere. There's only so many of them. People speaking about small things really impacts. I'm just someone who enjoys going outside, and it just hurts me to see the degradation that people will cause to what we have. I feel like I don't deserve an award because I'm just doing what's right. I don't think doing what's right deserves an award, but I guess you guys do.